channel. My name is Derek DeMerm. After years of living in the city, I made the decision, the life-changing decision, to leave all of that behind and start fresh in the country. I traveled the U.S. for over 2 years looking for the perfect place to call home before I landed here in East Tennessee. I found a home, and for the last 2 years, I've been working towards a more sustainable lifestyle through raising chickens, keeping bees, having my own milk cow, and growing my own food. It's been a lot of work, but it's also been very rewarding. I created this channel to share the knowledge I've gained over these last 2 years and hopefully to inspire others to take control of their own lives like I did myself. So welcome to DeMermstead. Now how about we go and see what I got going on today? So welcome back. I am out here at my bee yard yet again. It's the day after I was out here in that last video looking at these hives. And like I said, I want to check on this one. And I want to see if that queen cup if it's progressing, if it's actually a queen cup, because it could be just an anomaly, but it looks to me like it's an emergency cell or a queen cell. So I would like to take a look at that. Got a few other things too I want to do. I want to get over on these hives, the far hive actually, and I want to do a quick inspection on that hive and see if it's ready for a second box. And I want to take the honey super off of that and put it over onto this queenless hive. And this one I want to take a quick look at as well. And I want to feed these two hives. So when I start to do the feeding, which is very straightforward, I will explain what I'm feeding and how I'm feeding it to them. But just so there's not a whole bunch of confusion right from the start, let's get started on this hive over here. And really, I'm just going to pull that one frame out and take a look at that queen cup. I don't need to do a full inspection. Oh, we got hive beetles over here now. Wonderful. Well, we may need to do a full inspection. Because if I've got them over here now as well, that's going to be a problem. So let's take a look. Okay. Only seen two, so not like that hive over there. I figured today, because it's so hot, they don't like hot weather, but from my understanding, humid weather, I guess they're okay with, so there's that. So let's quick smoke this. Okay. Well, yeah, that's definitely a queen cup. Okay, so we're going to leave it be. And so far I'm not seeing any other, it was just those two beetles, so I think we're still safe over here. Quick look at this. Yeah, I think we're good. Scared me for a second though. And I killed both of them, so they won't be doing any more. They won't be in there any longer. Alright, so let's tighten this up. There we go. Don't you have something better to do, buddy? Alright. Go and put the cover back on. Alright. Let's come back into this one really quick. Okay. Just seen a beetle. I think I knocked it off though. Ooh. You know what I'm doing you don't want to do? Try to be a little bit more gentle with the frames. I'm not seeing much beetle larva right now. It can be kind of difficult when they get stuck though. There's a beetle. I got him. Oh, not quite. Now I got him. Or her. I guess I don't know what sex these beetles are. You know, they're doing a great job of drawing comb right now too, which is awesome. Even with the infestation of beetles. Which, I mean, you can see, this was an empty frame. And then we got beetles on this one. It's unfortunate. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back out here later, because I don't have it on me. The diatomaceous earth, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, can kill the larva, the hive beetle larva. Yeah, it seems like everything's at this end. Man, alright. So I might get out here and put some in the bottom of this hive. Because I ordered traps, but they're not going to get here till Friday, so I got a few days. So if there's anything else I can do in the meantime, I'm going to try and do it. So, anyways, All right, so moving on. We're gonna switch the view now to over here. And okay, all right. So I want to feed these hives here. So we'll do the feeding after I move this honey super and do a quick inspection on this hive. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to take off the queen excluder here, so we don't need that anymore. You know what? Let's see. Really can't see. I'm going to get you a little closer to this. There we go. All right, so let's give this a little smoke. And you know, this hive is just exploding right now. So many bees. So let's take a look. Trying to be out of the way, bee. Alright. So my expectation is there's going to be resources on the ends. Which, what this is honey. So, and then there should be brood towards the center. All right. I can already see there's honey on this. Some capped, some not. And you can see on this there's honey and pollen. No brood. Okay. Looks again to be honey on this side. Yep, more honey and pollen. Okay. get some smoke. There's just so many bees. I do my best as a noob to not crush bees, but it's very difficult sometimes because they're always crawling all over the place. Which probably isn't an excuse, but it's my excuse. Alright. Alright, so here we are. There will be brood. You cannot see yet. This is actually one of the frames that, I think it's one of the frames that I put in. I don't know if you can tell or not. There's eggs in there, though. There's eggs all in there. And she's doing a great job of laying. But this might have been one of the frames that I had taken and extracted honey from. So, yeah. Alright. See what we got going on here. It looks like we got brood. So as I expected, they got some capped brood. We got some eggs. We got some larvae on both sides. So that's good. Okay. So we've got full frames of resources on the outside, except, it's not all capped honey, but there's enough of it. And we got more brood here. More brood. More brood. And on this frame, they actually have resources as well. So they've got some honey and some pollen on this frame as well. And now the next 3 frames are outer frames where we're going to have honey again and other resources. Let's smoke them again. So right now in this hive there is a single empty frame, which is that guy right down there. So honestly, I'm thinking I'm putting a second box on here, because I don't want a fall swarm. And this is heavy. So look at this. Oh wow, there's even brood on this one too. There's brood, and I can see some eggs in there, and some pollen and some honey. And then there's basically some drone brood. Look at that, drone brood and some honey. And then this frame on the end here looks like it's all honey. Oop. Try not to drop you. Okay. Yeah, this is all honey. It's all honey. Mostly capped honey. Some not capped. And then I can already see that this exterior frame is got honey on the one side. So this hive is, as I said earlier, exploding. So we're gonna take a look at this one really quick. See what we got going on here. If I could. That's really stuck to the wall. I don't know if you can see. Look at it right here. This one right here. That's a dead bee that bee has. He is an undertaker. Well, he dropped him. Shit. Probably not what he wanted to do, or she wanted to do. So here we go. Honey on both sides. So we're going to put this frame in. And we're going to put this frame back in. And And I am going to go, let's do that. Yeah, we got enough space. You want to try to keep space on both sides if you can. But now I'm going to get that second deep box right now. And hopefully my mic is still working, you can hear me. So I'm going to put the second deep box on here, which is going to have fresh frames for them to move up into and start filling with, start drawing comb on. Now I've heard, and I'm sure if a more seasoned beekeeper is to see this video, they may cringe, because from what I've been told, is bees don't tend to draw comb in the fall months. Now I'm going to hope that isn't a hard and fast rule, and that it might be different for different hives, because honestly I don't want an empty box, come winter. I'd like them to have this box filled with resources and brood and all sorts of stuff. Now, I've got a couple of frames here with some comb already on it, but I don't really like this comb. It's kind of wonky, so I think I'm going to leave it out. Yeah, I'm going to leave it out. I mean, what I could do is I could move some of the frames to the top. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, but look, these bees are already congregating up here. So, anyways, so now I'm going to feed. So I need to get my feeder board. And what feeding compromises. So, like I said, I hope my mic's working right now so you can hear what I'm saying. So I've been having problems with this mic. I got a new mic and it's been kind of a pain. So in the last video, if you noticed, my audio was kind of spotty. It was because I was using my audio from my phone. So yeah. So what I got here is I got a feeder board. I'm going to move this back now. I got a feeder board here. So it's got two holes for jars that I will stick on top that have holes in them that through a gravity led system will, allow the bees to come up from underneath and drink through the holes and suck all the syrup down. You want to do a 1-to-1 sugar water syrup mix. It also has a vent on here. But what the sugar mix, you want to add, what I add, and this is a David Burns recipe, so if any of you watch him, it's a teaspoon of Honeybee Healthy, a teaspoon of, and there's two Honeybee Healthy. Honeybee Healthy, the essential oil, like it's a feeding stimulant, and then a vitamin B supplement, so there's two of them. And I'll put the links for all this down below in the description. And then pollen, which is a protein for the bees. And I prefer that this bee gets out of there because I hate when they get trapped in there. And obviously, like I said, water and sugar. So I'm going to get that now. Bring that over here. And I'll tell you what, I thought it was a lot cooler today, but I think it's like 80 some degrees right now, so I am sweating like crazy in this suit. So here we go. So this is the mixture right here. Sugar water, Honeybee Healthy, feeding stimulant, and vitamin B, and then bee pollen for protein. So flip it over, let it stop. Put it on the hole in there. And I'll lift this up and show you in a second. It's fairly simple. So, there you go. Turn over, put on. All right. So here we go. Pretty simple, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it for the feeding. So I'm going to do both of these hives. Put this cover back on now. And I'm going to start strapping her down again, which I do for storm purposes. So if there's a thunderstorm that rolls through, I don't want anything to blow off. Now, I didn't have that problem before because I had enough honey and whatnot in these boxes that there was no way it was blowing anything off. I mean, unless a tornado rolled through anyways. Which I guess is entirely possible as well, and at that point, these straps aren't going to do anything anyways, so straps are just for normal thunderstorms, so that keeps it nice and secure. Alright, so that hive's done. Let's move on to this one, and I'm just going to feed this one. They've already got their second box on there, so this one was exploding too. You know what? I'm just going to lift this off like this. And I'm going to need to make more of these boards. So these boards I actually purchased from David Burns. So, which you can do as well. If you go to his channel, I think he's got his store linked in his channel in his description. You can go ahead and order the boards yourself if you need them. I think they work great personally. I know there's other types of feeding systems, but this one works good for me, in my opinion. So, but yeah, he sells them. But they're not that difficult to make, in my opinion. So I'm going to make 2 more. It's just getting the right wood. So finding some cypress or cedar wood that can hold up to the elements, that isn't treated, that will not have any impact on the bees themselves, is what you want. So anyways, feeders are on these, or on this one. Put this back on top. I'm gonna strap this one down as well. I'm gonna need to get straps for those over there. Oh man, I'm sorry, bees. Just dropped the strap right on top of them. My bad. See, what you get with a noob that's going too fast. That's what it comes down to. You need to take your time. But I'm sweating. I am sweating, and I don't want to pass out from heat exhaustion. So, trying to get this done fairly quickly without disturbing the bees. Now, as you notice, they're not coming at me. So if I was a real disturbance to their hive right now, they would just come at me. But they're not, so I don't think they care that much. I mean, I'm sure they weren't happy that I just dropped a hook on them, but anyway, so recap. That hive over there, the queen cup is coming along nicely, and they're going to produce their own queen, so I'm not even going to bother getting a queen for that hive. This hive over here still has issues with mites, or with small hive beetles, so that's a problem that I need to deal with, and I'm going to come back out here a little bit later today and put some diatomaceous earth in the bottom board, and actually I'm going to take that off the bottom board and sweep the larva and stuff off, probably maybe somewhere over there far away from the beehives, that way they don't come back somehow. And then that way when they fall into the diatomaceous earth, they just die. They don't live and become small hive beetles and destroy this hive. I want this hive to make it, so I'm going to work and do my best to accomplish that. So feeding this hive got a second deep box on it now, and it's also being fed. So you need to feed every 3 to 5 days, depending on how quickly they suck down that syrup. And that syrup, what it also does is it helps to initiate, or encourage it, maybe I should say, would be a better word, encourage comb building. So yeah. So anyways, that's all I got going on for today. I've got a bunch of stuff coming on. I mean, right now I've been doing just a lot of bee stuff because, I mean, bees, it's that time of the year. So, for me anyways. But I've got other stuff going. I got some H braces that I need to build for some fencing, so I'm going to be making videos for that. I still got to take that comb and turn it into wax, so I got that video. I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff. I mean, I want to get a video of me milking the cow too. I want to get a full video of that. And I mean, at some point, I'm going to be switching back and forth from bees to cows to whatever else I can think of that, you know, I'm doing on my homestead, because this is a homesteading channel. It's not specifically a beekeeping channel. So anyways, yeah, that's it. So until the next one.